noise.
And you came back 2 years later with Private Conversations, but on a different label. And what had changed?
Yeah, Rick got into it with Motown, and things started happening. So Rick took me to this label, Lenny Silver's, and we did Private Conversations. It was okay. He got me out here with a second, but if I could do a lot of changes and done other things, I would have done other things myself, of course, because I had some good music on there, but it just wasn't the label to make it do what it do, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the title cut was, good funky R&B with pretty intense groove, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. And True Love is hard to find. Almost had a little bit of a Glamorous Life kind of feel to it.
It did. Sure did.
Yeah. Which is not a bad thing.
No, not at all. We had some good songs on there,
It Don't Make Me Wait.
That was Levi Ruffin and myself, and Dennis Andrews, my husband. They called him Shorty of Processing the Do-Rag. He did a lot of writing with me on there, on this second album.
Yeah, that one was right in there with the kind of stuff that was hidden for Starpoint, and people like that.
Yeah, you have a great ear.
Like I said, as a DJ,
Yes.
It's different from being a radio DJ. When you are doing clubs and events, you got to keep the people moving. You got to be in touch with what does it for them, so.
I agree.
And then Dreamin' was a nice, big sounding ballad,
Rick wrote that for me. Dreaming of you, holding me tight. Dreaming of you, sleeping at night. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah.
Dreaming. Rick could write a ballad that you would be like,
How much were you in touch with what some of the other stuff that was happening in Rick's camp during those years? Like, the Mary Jane Girls hit it so big, but they never really came back. And
they hit it big, but they never crossed over like In Vogue. Never did certain other things. But the girls hit it big, but it could have been a lot. At the tension been going there. Rick was going through a lot then,
How much?
Yeah, things were happening.
How much of the, Rick James stories and all that is been sort of sensationalized in your opinion versus, kind of how things went down?
A lot of it are lies. A lot. That people are telling is lies. A lot of things they make up. If you can't tell the truth, don't say anything. Rick was not a monster. Some things people make him to be. Not at all. Not at all. And I'm not saying it just to take up and lie, because I would say the truth. Rick never made a woman do nothing that she didn't want to do. Because he didn't have to. There's so many other things out here, women. What one woman won't do, another one will do. Like man, I don't like for people to tell lies. I was brought up telling the truth. Tell me the truth. You don't have to lie about anything. So when you read my book, once I get my book out, you'll read the truth. And I'm going to tell the truth exactly like it was, exactly like it is.
That's what we want. That's why the show's called Truth and Rhythm. And, the show being Truth and Rhythm, I try very hard to stick mostly with the music and the creativity.
Yes, and the truth of the music, not just,
not gossip and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Gossip, and you're making up lies. You saying you did something that you didn't do. I come from Rick James. I'm a part of Rick James, will always be. I was there before Mary Jane Girls, Mary Jane Band. I sung on Rick James hits. I was in Rick James videos. I have no reason to lie. Like a lot of things I say, your face might have been on the cover, but you wasn't doing the singing. And the truth shall come out in my book. And that's another thing that I like, how it changed in Martha Washell, because she was doing a lot of singing for people, and her face wasn't on the cover, but that was her voice doing the singing. And then you want to down just because she's a certain size or come on. You don't do that, baby. That's the wrong thing to do. So the truth is coming out in my book, A Story to Tell, The Voice Beyond, Val Young. So please look forward to that.
Oh, absolutely looking forward to it. When do you anticipate it coming out?
Well, I'm getting ready to start writing and getting a ghostwriter now.
So maybe during 2021, we hope?
Hopefully. I'm looking forward to come out 2021.
Outstanding. Yeah, got to get the truth out there, man. People are
got to get the truth out there, Scott.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Tina Marie, when did you meet her, and what can you share with us about Tina?
Ooh, Tina in the 70s, too. Well, right after I met Rick, I met Tina, of course. And I started, because we went on the tour, 81, the Street Songs tour. Tina Marie opened up for Rick. So I sung with Tina Marie, and I sung with Rick James and Stone City Band. Was very close to Tina Marie. Worked with her when Rick wasn't working. Be at the house. We were like family. And she was amazing. Amazing woman to work with. Artist, the talent. I enjoyed doing tours, going overseas, doing the Sinbad festivals with Tina. Well, I miss Lady T.
And
it was an honor to have worked with Tina Marie.
And you did backup on some of her albums, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. You know it. I sure did. Sure did. I miss her so much.
We didn't mention her earlier when we're going through that sort of Hall of Fame of singers, but for me, she is right up there. I love
Oh, I should have said, oh my goodness, of course, Tina Marie. What? That was my heart. Bless you, Lady T.
And also just such a musical talent. She could play, she could write.
She could play, sing, write. Oh, she was amazing. She was amazing.
Yeah. Wow. She's one, I hate for people to think of her only as like a Rick James protege, because she was definitely her own artist.
Very talented woman, very talented.
So how did you transition to being sort of a queen of hip-hop, I mean, singing backup on so many, G-Funk tracks and hooking up with Tupac, who's behind you, and Dr. Dre and all that stuff.
Snoop and Warren G, Too Short, Ice Cube, Dog Pound, Corrupt, Daz. It's just a blessing. I'm a go-getter. When I say I want to do something, I do it. And I met them, and it was just work and love ever since. I just said, hey, I'm here to do this. They do a track, I write the hook, start singing, and it's just history with us. And I'm still close to all of them.
I immediately loved all that death row stuff because,
Thank you.
well, I was from Los Angeles, so I related, but
Yeah, of course.
also because it had just the funk was so deep in it. That's kind of where the funk
So
went.
deep.
It
It was, yes, it was. I had a wonderful time working with Death Row Records. I have no complaints. Nate Dogg, oh, I miss him. Just everything. When I look up on my wall and I see all my plaques, working with Mac 10 and Dub, just everyone, it was just wonderful working with everyone. I had a great relationship working with them. So much fun. I'm ready to continue on working with them. DJ Quick I worked with, Teddy Riley I worked with. It's just amazing. I said I thank the Lord again. I'm blessed, and I thank the people for standing by me, for loving the records that we've done and did, and helping me along in my career. I give thanks to you, the media, and everybody there is who took the journey and stay at the journey with me to continue. I thank you guys.
Did you kind of help educate them a little bit because you came from like the actual real music? They were mostly sampling and redoing stuff, but they must have looked at you as somebody who lived it.
They do. They always, Snoop always said that. Tell us, we know about today, but tell us some other things, how we did things. And they call me auntie. I'm like the auntie because if I saw something, if I heard something that wasn't right, I'm very outspoken. And I said, that doesn't work. No. And Tupac, all of them, they all listen to me.
What was Tupac like? Is there anything you can share with us about, what he was like behind the scenes, sort of?
Lovable. Like to laugh, have fun, eat. Oh, we play music, listen to music, sing. Oh, I just had time with all of them. All of them. I'm like the auntie, I'm the one, and I'll put them in check. Something I don't feel is right, checkmate.
How is it?
But we had nothing but love.
How is it different laying down, hip hop tracks compared to, with a full band and that kind of thing?
Seems like I do it so quick. It's so quick because the hip hop, when you do them, of course, nowadays it's different from recording when we record. You can lay it down, they can fly them in. Back then you had to sing it down. But it's so quick when you be wanting to do more, it's not a lot, Can't overdo it. Sometimes you can overdo. And you don't need to do all that. On a hit, you don't need to do all that. You know when you have a hit. I know it. I have many of them. I'm on many of them, so I know when it's a hit.
What are a couple of the biggest hip hop tracks that you've been on that you could mention?
To Live and Die in L.A. I wrote that for Pac and QD3. And I'm singing that. Snoop Doggy Doggy, Doggy Doggy Father. Snoop. Snoop, Pac, just my favorite one. And also with Elder Barge, sang with us. James DeBarge, he was singing on. I started pulling in everybody. I said, let's get everybody. Because it's so much fun when you're doing hip hop as well, too, when you see the bride. And I think it's so amazing if I'm singing a hook, that when the rapper starts rapping, that's just amazing to me. I'm like, do that again, you know?
Well, even Rick started getting into some rap, with like Lucy's rap and, as he went on.
Big Daddy Kane. Yeah, oh, Lucy's rap. Roxanne Shante. We were just together, all of us, before the pandemic. We did LL Cool J Rock the Bells. LL came in, it was Sheila E., myself, Yo-Yo, Miss Chalet, and Roxanne Shante. I have those pictures. It was a powerhouse. We always talked about different stories, how it was, and it was just beautiful.
Wow, that's quite a cast right there.
Yeah.
What was Too Short like? He would seem like a character. I mean, he's kind of a little more old school hip hop than some of the other guys.
Too Short is love, too. Too Short believe in that work. Let's do this. He's all about his work. And Too Short is just lovable, too. When they all see me, Scott, I have nothing but love with them. There's nothing bad that I can say, because I've never experienced nothing bad around none of them. No rapper that I've worked with, none of them when they meet me. I've never seen nothing bad around. It was like, let's do this.
And how much experience did you get with Dr. Dre in the studio? I mean, how's he like behind the knobs?
Amazing. Dre is another perfectionist. Working with Dre, he wants the best. He gonna give you the best. It was amazing. And I want to do some more with Dre.
Yeah, I hope he does some more. I mean,
yeah, me too.
I missed him being as active as he used to be.
I know.
Too busy with beats and all that stuff.
I know. You have the beat thing going.
And you also worked with Evelyn King, because I had her on the show not too long ago, and I saw that you also did a record with her.
Yes, Evelyn is my friend. I've been knowing Evelyn a long time. Her sister and I was very close friends. Wanda, God bless her. But I had opportunity to work with Evelyn and go out. So much fun, like a little sister. She's amazing. She's so amazing. Her vocals still sound the same today. She go out and she work hard. She works very hard. She puts in her show. And because I believe in what you put in it is what you get out of it.
What, when I look at your career, one thing that's amazing about it, besides of all the greats that you've worked with, is, not to get into the gossip stuff, like I said, but when you look at a Charlie Wilson or Rick James or like a Tupac or something, I mean, these are figures that sort of had, at least in the media, sort of a notorious side to them, or they were like controversial, and that kind of thing. Do you think that's something that you've kind of been drawn to in some way?
I think so. I like powerful men. I like men that's in charge. I be with the boss, not the help. That's what was told to me as I was a little girl. You're going to be around somebody, you be with the boss, not the help. And I'm a powerful woman. I'm straight there. So I like to be around those type of men.
Must have been tough, though, going through these years and watching, Tupac and Rick and Tina leave us.
It was rough for me. Rough, I tell the truth. It was rough. Very rough. But I made it through. I'm making it through. God by my side. I'm making it through. But do I miss them? Yes. I miss them. And the one that's still living that I work with, I have opportunity. I talk to Charlie Wilson a lot. I've worked with Charlie on since he's been solo. I've worked with him, so everything has still been a blessing as well. Like I said, Scott, I have no complaints. If I say my back hurt a little bit, I just get some BioFreeze.
That's good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Amazing the way Charlie came back. I mean, bigger than ever. I mean,
I brought him to work with me with Snoop.
wow.
And from then on, whew,
Incredible. Yeah.
Incredible, right?
Oh, defied the odds of the industry big time.
Big time.
Yeah. And I noticed that, later on when Rick put out his, post-incarceration record, that you were on there too. So was that stuff
No
that
doubt.
you went back and worked with him at that point, or was it stuff in the can, or what?
No. We were working on songs when Rick came out. We went in the studio recording. No, not at all. Everything was new. Everything was new.
I was impressed with that record when he came back. It was still,
You were?
yeah, that was good
Wonderful.
stuff. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Urban Rhapsody. Yeah.
Yeah. Rick got some good song on there with Bobby Womack. Yeah, players gotta play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was some rap on there too. It had everything on that record.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. You did.
I really liked Turn It Out, I think it was called. That was really,
Oh, you did?
yeah, it was funky. Yeah.
Ah.
Yep. So how did you come to start, connecting again with the Mary Jane girls or whatever, they consist of today? What's the sort of situation the past couple of years with that?
What happened was JoJo was doing solo, so she didn't want to, do the group with the girls anymore. They had been broken up for a long time, had been disparted. And the name was licensed to someone else, and they were supposed to put together another little Mary Jane Girls group, but it was time the license of the name was up. So when I found out, I said, could I, license the name? Of course, and Candy was with me, because at first it was Maxie, Sherry, myself, and Candy. We were all together. And then it's females, how things happen. Candy and I stayed together. We were determined to keep the legacy of Rick going. I was a Mary Jane band, Candy was a Mary Jane girl, so we said it's a Mary Jane thing. We got the license of the name, and we've been rolling ever since. Of course, there'll be little problems, controversy, they say, but you can't outdo me or what I am and what it is. I'm from Rick James, and I'll always be, before there was Mary Jane Girls. And I was always with Rick, so I stand that ground. So Candy and we got another girl that worked with us, Farrah, and she's been with us 12 years now. And we've been blessed. We go out and we do the legacy of Rick James. We sing the songs that belong to Rick James, the estate, and we go out and represent the brand and show it's all because of him. Because you can be original and can't do what you do. A lot of people, let's keep it real, there's times now, certain, God bless, people are sick, certain people are gone, and still certain people, Scott, that you play their music and you see them today can't do what they used to do. Mm-hmm. So it's been a blessing. And with approval, go along with Rick's daughter, Ty James. We have the blessing. And Candy and myself and Farrah, we go out. There's some Mary Jane Girls, or Mary Jane Girls featuring Val Young. And we go out and we've been killing them. We work with Masters of Funk. We open up for the Iseys. We open up for Charlie Wilson. We work with Zap, Barcades. Oh, we work with everyone there is. It's been a blessing. We've been on Soul Train Cruise, Tom Joyner Cruise, benefits. It's been a blessing. And I'm only going out here doing what I was taught to do, what I learned to do. And I shall continue to do it.
So those sets, are they purely Mary Jane Girls tracks, or you have any of your own, or any Rick James mixed in? Or
I mix it all up. We do Rick. We do my stuff. I do To Live and Die in L.A. in there. We do a few of the girls' songs. And now I'm not going to say it all, we're coming back. Oh, this show is going to be off the chain. So I really would like for you, check it out when things get better, this pandemic is over, and we come back out there stepping for real. I would love for you to come see the show and you tell me what you think. Because I'm a real singer. I know how to sing it. I don't have to go get nobody else to sing it for me, baby. I can sing it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. So
Yeah.
as we're talking today, are there two factions of Mary Jane Girls, or just your version?
Well, our version is the version that has the permission to say, because you know that name belonged to Rick James. And we have the license for it. Maxie goes on and said Maxie and Sherry original. But original, that don't sell tickets. What sell tickets is the name. And they go out and they get someone else to sing for them because they're not lead singers.
Mm-hmm.
They're not,
Yeah, I just want to try to make it as clear as possible for fans so they know.
So fans know it's Mary Jane Girls, our set, which is Candy, original Mary Jane Girl, I'm original Mary Jane Band, and we have Farrah with us, been with us 12 years. We are the Mary Jane Girls. Then it's also Mary Jane Girls featuring Val Young.
Accept no substitute.
That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Mary Jane Girls featuring Val Young. I'm from Rick James. I was there.
Yeah.
You can look all the way back.
Did you ever think about or talk about or formulate doing a third solo record?
Working on it now. Working on it now. And it's amazing. The best thing. Matter of fact, I'm doing a Val and Friends. It's the best I've ever done in my life. So it's coming. It's coming for sure.
You're busy.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep yourself busy. I'm not trying to pretend or perpetrate. I'm trying to give it to me, baby.
Looking back, Val, is there one or two unforgettable concert experiences that just stand out to you for some reason that you could share with us?
During my career or before?
With Rick James or with the Gap Band or whatever it is that, like, when somebody says this, or you would say, this blew my mind, what was it?
When Ella Fitzgerald came to the show, one of our shows, I was amazed. I've been amazed to look out in the audience working with Rick James. Everyone come to the show, you name it. From the Jacksons, name it. Working with the Gap Band. Everyone coming to the shows. We were doing the festivals. How everyone would be at the festivals and the touring. And you look out in the audience, you see all the record company executives, you see all the other entertainers. Between the Rick James and the Gap Band, couldn't get no better.
Were you at any of those shows where they tried to arrest Rick and things like that?
I was there, yes. I was performing. And we would get Rick out of there. And California used to be the ballet. He had braids then. He would stand on stage and they would think it's Rick and Rick was gone. We had to run many times. In Washington, D.C., we had to run. Because they told us you couldn't smoke. And you know, back then, Rick was smoking. We were smoking back then. And when Rick would light it up, they said you couldn't do that. And Rick lit it up. So we had to run. Oh, those days.
That's rock and roll, baby.
Those were the days. Rock and roll, baby, the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say when I saw him at the Forum, he had like an oversized joint that was part of the stage getup or something.
Yeah, we did. We had the two joints on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Yes, we did. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Mary Jane.
Yeah, we did. Mm-mm.
Is there any particular recording that you've done, maybe one or two, that are your favorite?
Outstanding. It's yesterday, today, and forever. Every time I hear it, oh, listen at me, listen at me. Outstanding is my favorite. It just brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah. Did you think it was going to be as big as it was when you cut it?
No.
No?
No. Not at all. That's amazing how you cut a record and you don't never know what's going to be, you know? I didn't know if You Should Ever Be Lonely was going to be big like that for Mariah to record it over. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. Well, and to
Yeah.
your credit, you know, being a lyricist. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you to me. Thank you, Lord.
So, is there anything left that you hope to accomplish that you haven't done yet?
Television. And this is going to surprise you. I want to get involved in radio, Scott. I want to be a DJ. That's my next goal.
What
I want to, for
appeals
sure,
to you
get
about
involved
that?
in radio.
What appeals to you about
I
that?
just like playing music for the people. I play music in the house, and we have parties or cookouts. Or I be the one playing the music. I like to play what I think people want to hear. And I like to mix it up with yesterday, today, and forever. You know, I like mix all kind of music, not one. Mix it up. Blues, R&B, hip hop, rap, you know.
Well,
So
of
I'm
course,
after that.
that's near and dear to my heart. I've been doing that my whole life. But
I
for me,
know.
though, I'm a frustrated singer. I can't sing. So, you know, that helps me get music to the people without singing.
Oh, see, I want to be a DJ. I really do. I really want to get involved in television and DJing. That's my next two goals, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna call you, Scott, and say I did it.
I have no doubt, you know.
Thank you.
Hey, well, it's been so much fun talking to you, Val, and I can't wait
I've
for.
had a wonderful time too. And anytime you need me again, if you want to do part two, don't hesitate to call me. I'm always open and available. We'll work it out. As I say again, I thank you, the media, the fans, everyone who's sticking with Val Young through my journey, and continuing to stick with me. I thank you so very much. And they can reach me by Val Young on Facebook, Val Young, Twitter, the Val Young, Val Lady V Young, Val Lady V Young on Instagram. You can get me on Twitter. You can get me on Val Young Facebook. Don't hesitate.
Thank you so much, and take good
You're
care,
welcome.
and
Thank you.
come through
You
this
as well.
craziness unscathed, I hope.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, and I'll never forget, I'll say this before. Don't forget, I also worked with Eddie Murphy.
On Party All the Time, or
I work with Eddie Murphy doing everything now. We're recording, we have music together. Surprise, surprise. I just wanted to let you know that.
oh,
Look
cool.
forward to that.
We will. All right.
Okay?
Thanks, Val. Take
Thank
great care.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. You as well. Bye bye.
Hey, back at Truth and Rhythm headquarters. Thank you for joining us on another magical ride with Truth and Rhythm. Whether you're watching or listening, as always, thank you so much for your continued interest and support. Be sure to subscribe. Go to YouTube, go to the Funk and Stuff channel. That's where Truth and Rhythm lives and breathes and thrives. Also, goodies here like TIR Quick Takes. And if you subscribe, you know what? You get the show before anyone else. It's free. If you love jazz, funk, R&B, soul, you can't miss it. Pass it along. Tell a friend. Tell family. This audience is growing, and it is a beautiful thing, all coming together for the love of this great music. Also, if you can throw us a buck or two, we could use the support financially, keeping the lights on, keeping the servers going, all these expenses. If you can help support the program, whatever you can give, much appreciated. Go to the funkandstuff.net website, and on the right hand side of every page, you just click and you can donate through PayPal, credit card, whatever. Very easy to do and so much appreciated. And if you do a sizable donation, I will mention you on the program. Also, drop me a line. Email me at scottg@funkandstuff.net. Let me know who else you'd like to see on the show, what you enjoy about the music. Let's just kibitz and talk about stuff, talk music. You'll find that I respond very quickly, and I much enjoy the rapport and the camaraderie and the interaction. Always remember, this is your show, The True Music Lover. So for now, that's all the time we have for this one. It's a wrap. As always, Scott Dr. GX Goldfine saying, keep on vibrating to the rhythm of the one.